91. The teachings of the Lord of the Second Coming. Section 2. The period of religious and ideological conflicts 1648 to 1789. The period of religious and ideological conflicts refers to the 140 years beginning with the secure establishment of Protestantism at the Treaty of Westphalia in 1648 and ending with the French Revolution in 1789. As modern people continued to pursue the internal and external desires flowing from their original nature, they could not avoid divisions in theology and disputes among philosophies, which arose as they exercised freedom of faith and thought. As previously discussed, God has worked his providence of restoration throughout the course of history by repeatedly separating those representing Abel from those representing Cain, from the individual level to the world level. In the last days, this fallen world is divided into the Cain-type communist world and the Abel-type democratic world, just as the foundation of substance could have been laid in Adam's family had Cain submitted to Abel and obeyed him in the last days. The Cain-type world is to submit to the Abel-type world to establish the worldwide foundation of substance. This is necessary before we can receive Christ at the second advent and realize the unified world. For this to happen, the two views of life, which would later mature into these two worlds, had to be developed in this period. 2.1. The Cain-type view of life. The pursuit of the external aspects of the original nature first aroused a movement to revive the ancient heritage of Hellenism and gave birth to the humanism of the Renaissance. Renaissance humanism opposed medieval culture by elevating the dignity of human beings and the value of the natural world over devotion to God and religious dedication. The medieval mind had prized obedience to God, while belittling the natural world and regarding the human body as base and even sinful. The Renaissance established a new perspective on life, one which exalted the value of human beings and nature, and sought to understand them through reason and experience, logic and experiment. Spurred by the progress of natural science, this view of life gave rise to two major schools of modern philosophy: rationalism, based on the deductive method, and empiricism, based on the inductive method. Rationalism, founded by the French philosopher René Descartes, 1596 to 1650, maintained that the investigation of truth can be founded only on man's innate reason. After doubting every truth received from history and tradition, Descartes was left with only his reason, as expressed in the proposition, "I think therefore, I am." From this first principle, he used the deductive method to affirm knowledge about the external world. Although Descartes accepted and even tried to prove the existence of God based on reason, later, rationalists ended up doubting or even denying God's existence. The English philosopher Francis Bacon, 1561 to 1626, founded empiricism, which held that truth